You see, you don't need to do more work to get bigger results. You just need a bigger idea. That's what it always comes down to. So when I take time and I think bigger, like just take what you're earning now, multiply it by 12. Just do that for the fun of it. Whatever that figure is, believe it or not, there's a way to achieve it. Alright guys, we are back for another video, and what I really will say this video is about is thinking bigger. You know, I'm a very intuitive type of person, and I'm always picking up kind of little feelings or intuitive insights to where I need to be headed. And that's because I've got really big goals that I am really driving towards. And when you go after a really large kind of goal, really out there, something that nobody's done before, you're going into unknown territory. You're not going to see many road signs. You're not going to meet many people along the path that you can kind of go, hey, are we going in the right direction? It's going to feel sometimes a little bit lonely. And what that usually means for some people is they don't want to go there by themselves. And I think there's two reasons. One, they don't know what that means. And two, they don't know themselves. And when you don't know who you are and you're going down a road that most people don't go down, you're going to fall into a place where you could maybe go, maybe this is not for me. And confusion, frustration, and fear can crop up. But this is why I think everybody should think bigger. You see, I'm a big believer that all of us are limited by our imagination, because ultimately when I say think big, where you are and where I am are two different places. So what I think is big, you might think is ginormous, and what you think is big, I might think is small, or vice versa. So see, everything is relative to where you're starting from. So the first thing you maybe want to ask yourself is, where are you starting from? Where are you right now? What are you earning? How are you spending your days? What is the quality of your relationships like at home, in the workplace? You know, what is your life like? What are results telling you right now? Then you've got to think big. What would I love it to look like? How would I love to spend my days? What would I love to earn? Now I'm going to pause on that one for a second, because every time I ask people, what would you love in your life? They're always able to give me a bit of a more expansive image in my mind of what they want. But then when I come to the money question and I say, what would you love to earn? Oh, I'm not really sure. Because one, they don't know what's realistic for them. And two, we don't want to be seen to be thinking too much in that department. And yet that's what's going to allow you all the options and the ability to go and have the other experiences in your life. Now, when I, as an entrepreneur, as an individual that's always seeking higher levels of achievement, I've always got to be thinking about a bigger vision that I'm currently working on. In fact, if you go and study any entrepreneurs, even, you know, people, Jeff Bezos working with Amazon, any of the big players, when you actually study them and what they're doing, they're thinking and building towards a bigger vision. Now, you can't build towards something bigger if you don't know what that is or what that looks like. Sometimes if you feel like you're in the trenches, or you feel like, oh, this is harder than it should be, it's taking longer, it's not, the fun is out of it, my advice to you is to think bigger. Now, a lot of people will go, whoa, hold on, I'm already confused, I'm already frustrated, I'm already maxed out in time, I'm already all these things, and you want me to go and think bigger? Yes. Do you know what it does? Psychologically, see, when you go and really put your mind into a more expansive area, go beyond where you think is possible for you, there's a part of your mind, the subconscious, it doesn't know your limits unless you tell them it. So you can actually take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day, out of the busyness, out of the confusion, And you can actually elevate your mind by elevating your vision. And if you just take 5 or 10 minutes out to sit and just play the game, I kind of see it as just like make-believe. You know, you don't have to take this too seriously. That's the kind of attitude I come with at it. And I start to think really big. Now, why do I encourage you to do this? I encourage you to do this because when you tap into bigger ideas and bigger thoughts, you're going to come up with more ideas that will actually shorten the time frame and the workload of what you're doing right now. Because ultimately, everyone is stuck in a habitual cycle of doing things the way they've always done them. And in essence, they're achieving the exact same results, but they're doing more work. You see, you don't need to do more work to get bigger results. You just need a bigger idea. That's what it always comes down to. So when I take time and I think bigger, like just take what you're earning now, multiply it by 12. Just do that for the fun of it. Whatever that figure is, believe it or not, there's a way to achieve it. That is fundamental science fact. You may not be aware of how to do it, but there is a way to do it. And if you would give some of your time that you're working hard doing more things, if you would just give 5, 10 minutes a day to sit and really think from the place of the bigger vision, guess what? You're going to work out everything you need. You're going to work out what you like, what you don't like. You're going to work out who needs to be in X position or what you need to, specialize knowledge. It starts to make the vision clearer. Now, the other big thing is you don't need to know how you're going to do it. By just sitting in the frequency and the energy of the vision, what actually happens to you physically is the vibratory rate of your body increases. And what that means is what you're going to attract to you is going to be of a higher level. Think about it in business. If you think of a higher quality product and you start to work on ideas around a higher quality product, you're not going to attract low quality clients. You're going to attract high quality clients that are in alignment with your product. Now here in business, most people are too busy trying to find the high quality clients, and they're not putting any time into making sure their service is of high quality. What I focus on is big ideas, vision around my service, which inevitably must drive me high quality clients. Now that is a way more fun and effortless way to run a business, to run a family, to live your life. So all I would share with you today is the 2 words that I'm leading with this week that I've intuitively tapped into is think big. So this week, think big, spend some time in that place and just stay there. That's all it has to be. There is an easier way to doing what you're doing, but sometimes you've got to go there first in your mind before you'll hold it in your hand. I'm so grateful that you are here on our YouTube channel. Please make sure and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you love, and we'll bring more incredible content to you soon.